Before we start with our success and failures of products, first, we distinguish or determine potential opportunities for developing new products. Desirable products. These are the products that have a high long-term benefit and also give a high short-term satisfaction. Example, nutritious foods. Diba? Desirable products. These are desirable products. Pleasing products are those that give high short-term satisfaction but which may hurt the consumer interest in the long term. Cigarettes, alcohol, yan ang mga pleasing products. Okay? Ano naman yung salutary products? Are those that have high long-term benefit and give low short-term satisfaction, as in the case of with certain ointments which burn on application but bring faster relief. Deficient products are those that neither give long-term benefit nor short-term satisfaction, as that of poorly made movies. Nakakatawa na may example na yun. Yung mga pangit na palabas, deficient products ang tawag doon. Okay? So, product strategy. Ano ba yung company goal? You have to check the company goal. Defend the current market. Strengthen reputation as innovator. That will be your company goal. Ano yung product strategy mo? Introduce a line extension or revise an existing product. That is your strategy. Or, introduce a highly innovative new product and not just an extension of an existing one. Example, dun sa una, stuffed crust pizzas and freshistas from Pizza Hut. Diba? Pero pag sa mga innovators, plasma TV. Yan na Sony and Panasonic. Okay? Next. Success and failures on products. Success can be defined as the ability of a product category to retain a reasonable market share despite redefinitions. When we speak of product failure, it can be attributed by the answers to the following 4 questions para malaman natin kung may failure. Did we learn any improvement to be brought out next time? Do we have any reasonable expectations from the market? Do we think that we can quickly recalibrate and try again? Are there any other potential opportunities worth trying? Well, if you can answer all these questions with no, then your product is bound to fail. Factors for new product success measures. Lagyan natin ng measures para malaman nyo kung merong chance mag-succeed ang inyong produkto. First, is it customer base? When you speak of customer base, it should be customer satisfied, customer accepted, and there is a number of new customers. How about the volume, unit volume, and the number of repeat customers? Doon nyo malalaman yun. Doon nyo matitest yung measure ng customer base. And with regard to competitor base, may market share ka ba? Do you have a competitive benchmarks? Do you have a competitive advantage? Diba? All of this, competitor-based naman to. And with regard to financial, may revenue ba? May kikitain ka ba? May pumabalik ba? May profit ba? How about the rate of return? How about payback period? Yung rate of return mo ba mabilis? As compared dun sa payback, ilang years ba ang payback period mo? Technical performance. Performance specification. Speed to market. Development cost. Quality. Innovativeness. And on-time launch. Baka naman naglo-launch ka at wala na, palasak na yung produkto nyo. Yung innovativeness nyo, baka gaya-gaya lang. And you call it innovativeness. Quality. Ano ba yung quality na hinahangad natin? Right? Kaya nga parating even the cell phones class, parating nagkakaroon ng competitor check. competitors' advantage. Dito nyo nalalaman dapat whether nandun yung quality. Ano ba yung difference ng quality ng produkto? Yung presyo. All of these things should be considered, or all of these things should be considered accordingly. Now, what else? And these are the new product success measures. Siyempre, meron din tayo mga factors that influences success of a product. Ano yun? Siyempre, yung product launch. Kailangan tama yung timing. Alam nga namang mag-product launch ka ngayong COVID. Ano bang posibleng? Pag mag-product launch ka ngayong COVID, ang ipa-product launch nyo, class, is something that your consumer can consume inside the house. Hindi ba pwede magpa-product launch ka or mag-ano ka, ang ini-encourage mo, dikit-dikit kayo dapat. Then it's not a good not a good benchmark for success. Tapos yung consistency with internal and strategic objectives. Price value is important. Distribution, hanggang saan ba siya abot? Kaya ba ang buong Pilipinas? Or you are just targeting NCR? Class, remember, usually, ang products, ang tinatarget niyan is NCR because of the reach, because of the price value. And kadalasan, nasa Manila yung mga opisina. Is it consumer sensitive? Is there a speed of action? Meron bang uniqueness of the benefit ng existing products in the market? So, ano-ano yung mga tinitignan natin dito? If I am going to discuss this one by one, when we speak of product launch, it is the new product must launch at the right time and with relevant product features as per the needs of the market. And as compared to consumer sensitivity, the consumer sensitivity of a product is dependent on two factors. The extent to which the product matches with the consumer's needs, period of testing before launch, and the consistency with internal and strategic objectives. Dapat, the entry into the deodorant market in India had a lot of strategic sense for the Unilever Group, which had a lot of presence in the deodorant markets worldwide. O bakit naman? Bakit yun ang example na binigay ko? India. Bakit? Mababango ba mga tao sa India? Well, I don't want to elaborate on that. But, it is that yung strategy, yung objective ng isang company, importante kung saan nyo binibenta or ano ang market nyo. Now, the pace and speed of action. In the case in point, yung Ponds gained a first mover advantage, which is one of the primary determinants of success in a new product launch. Uniqueness and differentiation of the benefits. Product, service, personnel, channel, and image are the various ways to differentiate an offering and to make it stand away from the clutter. Okay? Kailangan yung uniqueness, kailangan may stand out ka. When you give products, when you show products, dapat parati nyo iniintindi yung nag-stand out kayo. Okay? What else? Price-value relation. Example, Rexona offered about 3 forms of applicators at various price levels ranging from 22 to 72. It gave the consumer an option to choose the product at the price level they thought was appropriate. And of course, in distribution or reach. Okay. Ano pa? Siyempre, if you talk about success of the products class, we talk about influencing failure of a product. Missing the opportunity to innovate, market-related problems, organizational and financial problems, market mix-related problems, technical problems, underestimating competition, and price conveyance equation. Okay? Ano yung mga example nito? Okay, bigyan natin. Like the Sony, yung Sony. Sony new products which became a success in the market may get copied quickly by its competitors because Sony used a 3-year lead per period on its new products, but now its rival Matsushita copies the product within 6 months, making it difficult for Sony to recoup its investment. Okay? Malaking bagay yon kasi ikaw yung innovator pero nakopya ka. So in 6 months, mas murang na ibebenta samantalang ikaw, gumastos ka. You spend in research and development. Pero dahil madaling nakopya, bumagsak ka kagad. Dito pumapasok yung marketing mix-related problems, which includes product-related problems, paano ang positioning, improper pricing, and sometimes pati distribution kasama sa problema. Okay? How do you prevent? Doon tayo sa prevention. How do you prevent a new product failure? You should have a clear analysis of whether the proposed new product is close to or in line with the existing business of the company. It is better to work out the feasibility of the company to handle the new product in the later stages using the capital budgeting or any other relevant techniques. Since the failure also depends on the newness of the product, a critical analysis of its similarity with the existing products is advisable. The time required to establish a new product along with its break-even period should also be considered. The likeness of the product to invite competitor is also a major concern. The position of the firm to go out either as a pioneer or as a follower is also to be decided. Malaking bagay yun. Ano bang papel mo? Ano ba talaga? Diba? Now, it is essential for the organization to always keep the spirit of innovation alive within its employees para tuloy-tuloy ang innovation class. It's important that even your employees should know and understand kung saan pupunta ang inyong companies. That is more important. Okay? Now, what will be the thinking strategies of the company? Okay? I personally believe in thinking strategies. Yung sharing, yung opening, yung brainstorming. Yan. Brainstorming. Geniuses find many different ways to look at a problem. Einstein, for example, and Da Vinci were well known for looking at their problems from a different perspective. Kaya nga idol ko yung dalawa eh. Si Einstein and Da Vinci. Yan yung mga idol ko. Kasi they don't see it as a problem. They see it 100 ways to find a solution. Because geniuses produce. Thomas Edison had a quota of one invention every 10 days. Hanep, no? Hanep yung mentality. Ganun nila china-challenge ang sarili nila. Because geniuses make novel combinations. Einstein found the relationship between energy, mass, and the speed of light. Diba? Si Einstein yun, E equals mc squared. There are 3 forms of human creativity. Ito yung artistic creativity, ito yung inventive creativity, ito yung scientific creativity. Yung degree of artistic creativity class, ito yung no creativity going to painter, composer. Yan, artistic creativity yan. And when we speak of inventive creativity, from no creativity, magiging inventor ka. Ano bang i-invent mo? How about the scientific creativity? From no creativity to engineer, chemist. Okay? And what will be the management role in making creative people productive? Ano ba magiging role niyan? Some firms, like General Electric, seem to truly embrace new ideas. Trusting them like corporate initiatives, organizing learning sessions, and importantly, sticking with them. Okay? Nandoon, kasama nila yung management. Creative people can benefit from training. Training programs range from introductory classes in traditional brainstorming, as I have mentioned, to elaborate sessions that include games and horseplay. Yan. Importante rin kasi class na may training na merong rest and recreation. Kasi sometimes, it stimulates the creative mind of a person pag nare-relax at pag nakakita ng ibang perspective. Newly born ideas are extremely fragile, quite the opposite of the strong and almost unstoppable concepts that are 80% of the way through the process. Okay? Ganun ka-importante ang management role. How about rewards? Pwede ba yun? Of course, creative people are usually unimpressed by group rewards. They believe group contributions are never equal, especially if the group is company employees, for many of whom creative people have great disdain. But creatives do like personal accolades, preferably immediately. The famous Thomas Watson of IBM commonly carried spare cash in his pocket so he could reward persons with good ideas when he heard them. Oh, nice, no? Si Thomas Watson of IBM, may dala-dala siyang cash. Pag may nakita siya magandang idea, nire-rewardan niya kaagad ng pera. Diba? Kasi maghihintay ka pa ng mga events. Ako, what I do class in my restaurant, kahit na hindi ganun ka-creative yung mga ideas ng mga tao, if I see them performing, if I see them okay, or doing, or nag-iisip, or kahit yung may konting malasakit sa restaurant, I reward them with simple merienda. Right there and then. Para yung malasakit natutuloy-tuloy. Diba? Now, how do you remove roadblocks? Some organizations set up roadblocks, perhaps intentionally, that stop new products' concept creativity. Managers will say that the concept simply won't work. It's against policies. These statements are often well-intentioned and they may accurate statements of status quo. The bottom line here is that the managers need to be aware of the barriers to group creativity. New product team are by definition, of course, cross-functional, which means greater variety of perspectives, but also potential difficulties in reaching a solution. Okay? Ano ba muna yung mga roadblocks na nakikita nyo? Mga historic roadblocks, class. Ulitin ko ulit. Sabi ni Thomas Watson, ito yung taga-IBM, di ba? Nag-aabot-abot lang siya ng pera. Pero, ano yung sinabi niya? I think there is a world market for maybe 5 computers. Sabi niya, 5 computers lang ang kailangan sa buong mundo. Only to find out, minsan isang tao, 2 computers ang hawak. Computers in the future may weigh no more than 1.5 ton. Sabi ng Popular Mechanics in 1948. These are roadblocks, class. Roadblocks to creativity. Nasa-stop yung utak natin to be creative because of these people na naiisip nila. Because may intention naman sila. Like the business books editor, Prentice Hall, said in 1957, I can assure you that data processing is a fad that won't last out the year. Oh, data processing? Kutya, hanggang ngayon, class. Up to now, ginagamit natin. Atari. Tandaan nyo, class? Ewan ko kung alam nyo yung Atari. Inabot nyo ba yung Atari? Atari is, technically speaking, ito yung gumagawa ng games. Sabi ng Atari. Oh. So, si Steve Jobs, sabi ni Steve Jobs, we went to Atari and said, we'll give it to you. We just want to do it. Kasi walang pera sila, Steve Jobs doon. Pay our salary, we'll come work for you. And they said no. So then we went to HP and they said, we don't need you. You haven't got through college. dahil nga hindi nakapag-aral. So what happened? He became one of the most richest man because of Apple. What else? 640k of RAM ought to be enough for anybody. Bill Gates, Microsoft, 1981. Diba? Who else? Who the hell wants to hear actors talk? Warner Brothers, 1927. Kasi nung una hindi nagsasalita ang mga artista. Kung kilala nyo si Charlie Chaplin, class, Charlie Chaplin is one of the famous actors during those times na hindi nagsasalita. So all of this are historic roadblocks to creativity. Okay? Obstacles to idea generation. We think we are being creative when in really we are only coming up with ideas that our group will find acceptable. That's how people think. Okay? So now, what will be the role of management? Again, first, recognize individuality, be tolerant of mistakes, be supportive under stress. Ano yung mga techniques? Competitive teams, idea, kailangan bank of unused ideas for possible reuse. Encourage interaction, even in how offices are laid out. Okay? Magandang technique yun, class. Meron kayong mga parang bangko ng ideas. Okay. So, we are done with thinking strategies now. So, the best thing is yung tinatawag nating product concept. Okay? When we speak of product concept, class, a product concept is a verbal or prototype statement of what is going to be changed and how the customer stands to gain or lose. Why do you need a product concept and not just an idea? Needed to judge whether it is worthy of development. Okay? Kaya kailangan mo ilabas. Kasi kung idea lang, wala yan eh. It's nothing. Pero pag concept, pwede mo siyang, dapat ba siyang i-develop pa? Because potential customers do not have enough information to judge the worthiness of an idea. The product concept gives them the required information. So, kumpleto. Diba? Nandun yung customer has a need, which firm finds out about it. So, it calls on its technology to produce a form that is then sold to customer. So, need. Tapos, pinroduce ng technology to have a form and the technology that matches the given market group and then finds out a need, yung group that has which then met by particular form of a product. The firm envisions a form of product which is then created by the use of technology and then gives to customer to see if it has any benefit. Ganyan. Okay? That's the new product concept na tinatawag natin. Okay. Ano ba yung sikat na example? The designer decaf example. Coffees are sold in North America contained a blend of cheaper coffee beans. And that was that. With the emergence of Starbucks and competitors, the North American coffee drinking culture changed abruptly. Fancy coffee bars based on Italian coffee bar models sprung up everywhere. Now, image 3 different people walk into the new product office one week at a different time, each with an idea for a new product. Each was unaware the others were coming in. So, ito yun. Ito yung designer decaf na tinatawag natin. Our most recent customer satisfaction report disclosed that customers would like a decaffeinated espresso coffee that tastes like regular espresso. Yan. Okay, the other one, I was thinking last week about our coffee and our competitors and noticed that they were all about same color and thickness. And the other one, I have heard discussion of a new chemical extractions process that can isolate and separate chemicals from food cheaply and effectively. Benefit, consumers want decaffeinated form that tastes identical to regular. We should take a darker, thicker Turkish coffee-like. Technology, there's a new chemical extraction. So, yan yung ano yan. Yan yung example. Iba-ibang iniisip. Benefit, form, and technology. Why would each of these taken individually not be a product concept? Diba? So, what happened? Each one had a germ of an idea, but as a concept, each wasn't very useful. A new product concept would result if the first had met either the second or third. If the second, they would ask the lab for a technology that would produce the sought form and benefit. If the third, they would undertake lab work to find the exact form of the new technology. What might best sum up the point that the concept is evolving from its creation until it metamorphoses into a new product? Is the saying of the man manager, don't waste your time trying to find a great new product idea. It's our job to take a rather ordinary idea and make it into a successful new product. Naintindihan yung story na yun, class? It's a story about a coffee. Okay? The decaf coffee. Na yung tatlo, nagbibigay ng iba't ibang example. Yung isang, iniisip niya, benefit. The other one is form. And the other is technology. But, to make it work, the three should work together. Diba? Hindi kasi mag-work. Like, halimbawa, pag sinabi mo yung benefit, kasi yung decaf, of course, for caffeine-less coffee drinkers, mas okay sa kanila yun. As compared to form, darker and thicker, dahil kapareho nung regular coffee. On the other hand, paano mo i-extract yung caffeine from the beans? So they have to work hand in hand. Okay? Simplihan lang natin. Meron ako isa example na simple. The toilet brush example. The idea is a new and improved toilet brush. Ano yung concept? A toilet brush that contains detergent. May detergent na, yung toilet brush. Refillable and easy for the customer to attach to the handle. So, isang ano lang, may brush na, meron ng detergent. So, product, paano may execute? Kailangan may Lysol Ready brush, may Scrubbing Bubbles Fresh brush, at Clorox Toilet Wand. So, ganun lang kasimple, class. Ito yung mga product concept. Now, ano yung pinaka-purpose ng concept testing? The first purpose of a concept test is to find the very poor concept so it can be eliminated. If music lovers, for example, can't conceive of a company disc that will last forever and thus eject it out of their hand, the concept is probably a poor one. Okay? Poor yung concept. If the concept passes the first hurdle and the second purpose is to estimate the sales or trial rate that the product will enjoy, a sense of market share, or a general range of revenue dollars. Kailangan parati naman nating iniisip na meron talagang revenue. Siyempre, pag nagko-concept testing ka. Of course, a concept statement states a difference and how that difference benefits the customer or end user. This new refrigerator is built with modular parts. Yan. Example. Consequently, the consumer can arrange the parts to best fit a given kitchen location and then rearrange them to fit another location. If you think it sounds somewhat like positioning statement, you are correct. And if the interviews are with logical target group, potential buyers, the principal parts of a marketing strategy are in place. Target market and product positioning. So, ganun lang kasimple yan, class. Okay? So, that ends our conceptualization.